The highlights. Lagos State Parks and Gardens Agency partners LASA on environmental preservation. President Tinubu swears in National Population Commissioner. On the foreign scene, Mauritius blocks Norwegian cruise ship over cholera fears. And in sports, English Premier League reduces Everton's 10-point deduction to 6. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. In a bid to enhance efficiency and environmental sustainability, the Lagos State Parks and Gardens Agency, LASPAC, and the Lagos State Signage and Advertisement Agency, LASA, have initiated a strategic collaboration aimed at streamlining operations and fostering a harmonious working relationship between the two agencies. Speaking during a strategic meeting with LASA's management team in Ojota, the general manager of LASPAC, Adeto Popola, said there is a need to explore avenues for synergy between the two agencies in the placement of advertisements in open spaces and designated parks and gardens across the state. Popola noted that both agencies operating under the purview of the Ministry of the Environment and Water Resources are committed to ensuring not only effective advertising placements but also the preservation and enhancement of green spaces within the bustling metropolis, while noting that the collaborative effort will underscore a shared vision to balance economic interests with environmental stewardship. She informed that by aligning their strategies and resources, LASPAC and LASA are poised to optimize their functions while safeguarding the ecological integrity of Lagos State. The Lagos State Office for Disability Affairs, LASODA, has sponsored the treatment of 7 people with albinism for various cancer-related issues and also provided Effudix creams to the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital as preventive measures against skin cancers in commemoration of World Cancer Day held recently. The general manager of LASODA, Adenike Oyetunde Lawal, stated this at a meeting with the Albinism Cluster Group led by the chairman, Albinism Association of Nigeria, Tolani Ojuri. Oyetunde Lawal said persons with albinism are susceptible to some skin diseases due to the sensitivity of their skin and as a result of exposure to too much sun. She said it is mandatory to educate persons with albinism and their parents on the importance of taking adequate care of the skin and ensuring the protection of the skin against all forms of diseases, calling on the general public to join hands with the government to ensure the protection and well-being of persons with albinism. The National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, with the support of a foreign firm, has partnered with the Ondo State government in its efforts to eradicate human trafficking in Nigeria. Zonal Commander of the agency, Chinedu Ajaibu, said the development will enable NAPTIP to strengthen its presence in the state and collaborate more effectively with authorities and stakeholders. Ajaibu added that collaboration with international partners, the state government, and other stakeholders in combating the scourge will go a long way in protecting the most vulnerable members of society. And now to the rest of the stories. President Bola Tinubu has sworn in Olayinka Oladunjoye as a federal commissioner of the National Population Commission, NPC. The swearing-in ceremony preceded the commencement of the Federal Executive Council FEC meeting at the Council Chamber of the State House, Abuja. Oladunjoye was a former Commissioner of Education and of Commerce and Cooperatives in Lagos State. She replaced Bimbola Salu-Hundeyin, who was appointed by the Lagos State government. The newly sworn-in federal commissioner of the NPC, Oladunjoye, pledged to work with all stakeholders, especially in deploying technology to achieve a better data-driven census. Judicial workers in Ogun State have commenced a 5-day warning strike over non-payment of their 40% peculiar allowance. The workers, under the aegis of the Judiciary Staff Union of Nigeria, JUSUN, Ogun State Chapter, shut down the State High Court and Magistrate Court in Ishabo, Abeokuta, the state capital. Speaking over the industrial action, the state chairman of JUSUN, Olanrewaju Ajiboye, said the workers were forced to embark on a strike following the refusal of the state government to accede to their demands. According to Ajiboye, the union embarked on a strike following the expiration of the 21-day ultimatum issued to the state government. And now to foreign news. Mauritius has denied a Norwegian cruise ship permission to dock at the capital Port Louis over fears of a potential cholera outbreak on board. At least 15 people on the Norwegian Dawn have been in isolation over suspected illness. Mauritian authorities said the decision to block the ship was taken in order to avoid any health risks. Samples were taken for testing, with results expected to be known on Tuesday. A representative of Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings said the passengers developed mild symptoms of a stomach illness during a trip to South Africa. There have been cholera outbreaks in southern Africa over the last months, with Zambia being hardest hit. According to the United Nations, more than 3,000 people have died since January 2023, with at least 188,000 people infected with cholera across 7 countries in southern Africa. Anyway, for more of that, now sports. Everton's penalty for breaching Premier League financial rules has been reduced from 10 points to 6 following an appeal. Everton was hit with the punishment in November after an independent commission found the club had exceeded permitted losses under the league's profitability and sustainability rules, PSR, over an assessment period ending with the 2021-2022 season. But an independent appeal board has cut that by 4 points, which moves the club up to 15th place. The club faces a second PSR complaint for breaching rules over the assessment period running to the end of last season. And that's all for the news at 4. Just before we go, carry out proper and adequate checks on your vehicles before setting out. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. On X, formerly Twitter, Lagos Traffic 961. Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration trained 500 unemployed youths in soft skills and job interview program? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. In a bid to enhance efficiency and environmental sustainability, the Lagos State Parks and Gardens Agency, LASPARK, and the Lagos State Signage and Advertisement Agency, LASA, has initiated a strategic collaboration aimed at streamlining operations and fostering a harmonious working relationship between the two agencies. President Bola Tinubu has sworn in Olayinka Oladunjoye as a Federal Commissioner of the National Population Commission, NPC. We also told you that Mauritius has denied a Norwegian cruise ship permission to dock at the capital, Port Louis, over fears of a potential cholera outbreak on board. And in sport, Everton's penalty for breaching Premier League financial rules has been reduced from 10 points to 6 following an appeal. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to Lagos Traffic Radio at lagosstate.gov.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Kayode Mafolashiri. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good afternoon.